Hello, 91.7 WLFR Pomona Strange Ways Radio. And as part of our Jersey Rock block, we have New Jersey artist Joe Boris here with us. Welcome, sir.
Hey, Matt. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. My pleasure. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. We got some snow here, so I'm happy.
Oh, really?
Snowboard season keeps going.
Oh, nice, nice. Myself, I am happy in Southern Jersey rather than that I don't have to shovel right now, so I'm good.
A little.
So, okay. Of course, for those listening live on Thursday, we are recording this on Tuesday right now, where it had a big storm just the night before. Locally outside of AC, we got all rain really. Did you get hit with a lot of snow up there then?
We got like 5 to 6 inches. It wasn't bad,
That's pretty good though. Wow.
Yeah. Had a shovel.
Yeah. All right. So, let's get to you though. Okay. Joe Boris, we've been playing. Okay, I'm playing your anthology CD for a few weeks here now. Great stuff. Bluesy rock stuff. I've been enjoying it. Yes. So, okay. Tell us a little bit about it. I assume I'm calling it an anthology. It's a collection of your work. It's a double CD, so it's a lot of stuff on there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So, it's recordings over the past 20 years, playing with assorted musicians. It's taken a little bit of time to go ahead and mix and master everything, put it all together. I've been kind of diligent in my music career, where I've learned to own my own copyrights and publishing. So over time, you're able to accumulate songs, and finally was able to put them out. So this came out in we shot for September, but it looks like it came out more towards October. And we've been doing the radio promotion campaign throughout the U.S. And it's been going pretty good. We're trying to find places we could play at. We found you in Jersey. It's not too far away. But,
not at all.
But hey,
I'm an hour, 2-hour drive maybe near you. I'm not sure. Yeah.
Jersey guys find Jersey guys, I guess.
Exactly, man.
Also, Kiss fans too. Look at that. Got Destroyer. Got it for you, Matt.
Man. Oh yeah. Well, okay. As you might know, okay, I do call my shows Strange Ways Radio after a Kiss song, even. So yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Awesome, cool. Man.
Yeah. So nice, the CD's doing good. We're getting airplay. Time on the Run is seems to be popular. There's also a reggae tune that we have on there, and it's it goes with the with the new thing with the legalizing of marijuana. So it's called Set Me Free. So a couple stations have been playing that. And then I have a song on there. It's called What You Find. It features Mr. Buddy Cage from the New Riders of the Purple Sage on pedal steel. So
wow.
Yeah, it was just recently his birthday in February. So it's sad. I think it's 2 years now since he passed. So
gosh, wow.
Yeah. So it's good to be having him on the record, to be able to be with him forever, He's such a great guy.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so it came, I'm from that whole jam band scene, played with a lot of people. I got in with a couple acts that had connections to the Grateful Dead, Fish, the Allman Brothers. So I got to meet a couple really great players, and it's been a good ride.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay. Hey, how did things start for you? What made you first pick up the guitar?
That's interesting. So I was the last child to be born in the family, and there's like 10 years separating me and my sister. So I was pretty much like a only child, and I took up painting to occupy my time, kind of help with my nervousness. But the painting was cool and everything. I was able to express myself, but it wasn't immediate. So my brother left a guitar in the basement. I started fooling around with that, playing some Rolling Stones tunes, and eventually got a Grateful Dead songbook and started playing chords with that. And then it just worked out in high school, man. It was an easy way to pick up chicks and meet some friends. And just been doing it ever since. It just keeps working.
Oh, awesome, man. Awesome. Okay. All right. I have listened to your whole album. I've been loving the whole thing. All right. Okay. Um, Tell us a bit about your songwriting. Yeah. Okay. Is it music first? Is it lyrics first? Also, are you writing these songs on your own, or do you collaborate?
Okay. So yeah, my songs they're kind of like it's like a scrapbook. But I don't realize it until after. And it's both. It's lyrics and music. You sometimes one complements the other and just sustains it. I always consider it to be a lucky moment in time when you're able to capture the muse and she comes to you and you're able to sit there and develop something. And to be honest with you, I really have a problem if I just put it down. So I have to finish it. That's my main technique in songwriting. I have dropped things and picked them up, but the cohesiveness of the song just isn't there. I think it that spark and then riding it out to the end is the most important thing in my songwriting technique. I do pretty much everything on my own. I've tried to write with others, and it just doesn't work out. It's too much stop and go, and it's got to be a continual process too for me. So I'll sit there and write, and sometimes I got an idea what it's about, and then sometimes I don't. And at the end, when I try to go through and then fix some stuff, like alter some of the words or move phrases around, I kind of get an idea of what it was. So it's like a subconscious thing that occurs. It's like you go into a trance and it just comes out. And a lot of times, I mean, be honest with you, the creativity process, I feel weird because I never consider it my own. It's like it just comes from somewhere else. And I've been blessed to be able to be productive and put out songs. There's 30 songs on this CD, and I still had another 4 I couldn't fit. So that's the limit. I mean, I got the call back from the distributor, like, nah, it just, or the manufacturer, it just doesn't fit anymore. So I'm like, all right, that take 1 off. And I got 12 more that I'm ready to go into the studio again with. So I have been lucky, and but it's just basically a scrapbook of memories, And Matt, you got friends and situations and things you remember, and that's pretty much what my songs are.
Ah, great, great, great. Okay. Hey, okay, okay. About half the album, I think you told me CD2 is all live, right?
Yeah, majority of it is. It's either live or live studio. Yeah, pretty
Oh,
much.
okay.
Except the last one, The Road, is actually that was actually a studio recording.
Okay. All right. Okay. But okay. He tell us a bit about your live shows. Who's are you okay? Are you able to tour much?
I used to be honest with you, I had to take a little bit of a break. It was a little bit, you know, I guess it just got a little bit too intense. There's a lot of stuff going on. some of the band members I've played with, they're not playing anymore. We did a lot of festival scenes. I was playing, with a couple jam band projects, and some of the players, they fell off, unhealthy habits,
Ah,
to put things lightly. It happens, and then so took a little bit of time off, got my head together, collected some money to go ahead and organize this whole campaign and the new CD. I'm hoping on using the anthology to launch from here into another release, and a little more intense with touring. This time a little smarter, doing
ah,
things doing things on my own. Not dealing with managers that also promote bad habits.
right, right, right.
So we played it's a circuit with members of the Allman Brothers. We played with Rat Dog. We did the Jerry Garcia Memorial. We played with Bob Weir, Aquarian Rescue Unit, New Riders. We've played with a bunch of times while they're still around.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, okay. Any good stories of that you might like to share? Hey, yeah.
I don't want to get people in trouble now.
Well,
uh, no, I mean, well,
nothing
it
scandalous,
was no, it was really like I just feel like when you meet somebody that you've seen on stage, as a kid, and you're like, wow,
Yeah.
you're in the Allman Brothers or you're in the Grateful Dead, it's overwhelming. And then when they're sitting down and they're talking stories too, and they see it in your eyes, and you start hearing stories about when they met Bob Dylan, so the Bob Dylan stories were always cool, and
Oh, yeah.
Jimmy Herring had a good one. They were playing with one of the spinoffs after what was dead. So it was after Jerry died. Herring was in the band, and I think Dylan was playing in the same town. And Jimmy said that this guy walked by, a little like skater guy. And I don't know if this is true or not, but it was pretty cool story. He's a little skater guy walked by and said, "Hey man, how's it going?" And he walked away, and Jimmy looked at Warren Haynes and said, "Hey, is that Bob Dylan?" And he goes, "Yeah, I think so." He goes, "Sometimes he wears like a little skater outfit and walks around, so he's like, incognito." I just thought that was funny. And then he started telling these other stories. And then some of the guys from the New Riders, it was Dave Nelson, was telling a story about some hotel room scene when he was in the hotel room, Bob Dylan walked by. So those stories are really cool for me. I mean, it's a pleasure to hear these other artists talk about artists that they have admired, and it's like, wow, it's the same situation. I took a class with Bruce Hornsby up at the Omega Institute in Rhinebeck. And it was, it was a cool class. He taught on improvisation. And that was the first thing. He walked into the class and he goes, "I know everyone wants to hear stories about Jerry Garcia, so I'm only picking two. All right, you." And you. So he came out with a couple Jerry stories that were pretty cool.
Fantastic, man. Awesome, awesome. Okay. Hey, let's get back to your music again. All right then. Hey, the guitar work on this album is fantastic. Great stuff. All right.
Thank
Hey,
you.
that's all yours then, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a couple tracks with other people playing guitar on it, but mostly it's all me. All the harmonies and everything. I've sat down with other people and we compose them for the live situations. Yeah, but thank you so much. That's an honor.
You are very welcome. So, okay. Hey, okay. What can you tell us about your guitar style? Okay. Hey, who or what influenced you more?
All right. Well, like I said, I grew up listening to a lot of Allman Brothers and Grateful Dead, and I was really into the Allman Brothers. And then I went back to realizing they're derivative of the old jazz guys, So listening to the horn players was always interesting. And to try to break out of the plateau, I mean, it's sitting there listening to other people play guitar is one thing, but I had the honor of meeting this one cat, and he would play guitar to horn solos. So just the voicing and the way the horns and the way they overlap, I was like, wow, what a great idea. So, when it comes down to trying to figure out the guitar harmonies or working the guitar parts, sometime I'll take some time and play guitar and try to learn parts off of horn pieces or parts off of another instrument. So it breaks out of that, mundane, like, oh, two guitar solo thing, and that was a big, influence. Also, but back to Bruce Hornsby, he had an interesting technique where when you play guitar solos, you tend to find yourself within the realm of a scale. And this happens a lot live. I like fooling around with it. So during a live performance, instead of sticking to just a regular scale, you could throw in a piece of music from another song. And Carlos Santana does that a lot if you listen to him. And it was a great idea because the vamp you would play from the other song isn't necessarily in the key or in the mode you're playing, but it fits. So it adds another layer of dynamics to the song, and it works well in a live situation. And also people that aren't used to your material, they all of a sudden engage. You say, "Oh, look at this and that. That's all along the Watchtower. Oh, look, that's that Grateful Dead song. That's a piece from an Allman's tune." So yeah, so there's a little couple tricks I toss in
Oh,
there.
sure. Yeah, nice, nice. Okay. Hey, okay. About your guitar work, um, what do you play? Okay. Hey, what's your tech?
What kind of instruments
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, so I'm very I have two Paul Reed Smiths that I use, and I used to live in Maryland. It's where I get kind of that southern sound. I think I've spent some time on the swamps of the Eastern Shore eating oysters and crabs, which isn't bad. But so I was down in the Annapolis area, and a lot of people I knew were working at the Paul Reed Smith plant, and this one the factory was starting off. So I fell in love with them. They got a great feel, and I have a tendency, I like smaller necks. So I bought one and I had it changed up to switches. I didn't like the dial, the pot. It's a custom 22 10 top, and I was using a Gibson Spirit with that, and also have a clear body. That's actually the picture on the back of the CD.
Oh,
Acrylic
yeah.
one. Yeah, and they're all wired pretty much the same. But I wanted something pretty much right on with the PRS, because when I play and break a string, I need the same exact sound. So I found one on eBay. No, it was on Reverb, and it was 5,000 guitars off in the serial number of mine. So I was like, I'm buying it. So it's exactly identical to the one I have. One's blue and one's a sunburst. And
Cool.
yeah, the beautiful custom 22s. And I play that through. I used to use a Marshall JCM 800 series. Some of the stuff is recorded with that. But now I have a Mesa Boogie Mark V. There's much more dynamics to that. I have 3 channels, and there's also a boost, so it gives us 6 channels if I need it. It has excellent sound. And when we were, I was playing with Clarence Clemens' son, Nick Clemens, and we were out
Oh, yeah.
visiting. We were visiting Clarence out in Sausalito, and it was at the time where we ran into this one cat. He's like, "You got to check out these amps. They're called Mesa Boogie." And they brought me to this studio, and I fell in love with it. It's like, oh, when I get enough money, I'm going to get one of these amps. So yeah, they came out with that rectifier sound. It's so clean. And it kind of reminds me of what Jerry Garcia was going through too. We're trying to get the cleanest, the loudest, but cleanest sound you possibly can get. It's like just pops. So yeah, so that, and then effects, I try to keep things minimal. I used to have a lot of stuff. So I got a Phase 100, which Buddy Cage tried stealing a couple times off me. They're tough to come by. I don't know where I found it from. But I had the Phase 100, gives you that Leslie effect.
Hmm.
And I got a touch wah. It's kind of like the Jerry sound, but I don't use it too much. And then there's 2 delays. I'm pretty much, on and off with just a small delay sound or a little bit fatter. and of course a wah pedal. Some guy built. He was at the time he was in Boston. Now he's in Oregon. It's the Real McCoy Teese, I think his name is. He makes wah pedals for Joe Walsh now.
Wow,
So, yeah,
nice.
it's a good one. It's an adjustable one. That's pretty much it, soup to nuts.
Wow, that's cool. That's cool, man. Oh, speaking of Nick Clemens, okay, a few years back before the pandemic, I had him in the studio here playing live. Okay, had a great time with him. Great guy, really good guy.
Yeah, we went out west together. That's how I came back to Jersey. I was in Maryland, and I met him, and he pulled me back to Jersey. We're doing rehearsals here, and I was between bands, and I had a bus I owned, so we took the bus out west. There's plenty of stories about that. but his dad was really cool. It was
Clarence was fantastic. Yeah. Yes, okay, it says okay. I was lucky enough to see him in the E Street Band a few times. Yeah. So, yeah, but
Nick,
when he passed, I was devastated. Yeah.
That's sad. Yeah, all these guys, it's sad when they're going. I mean, Nick was the one reason how Clarence met Jerry Garcia.
Oh, really?
Nick wanted for I think it was either his graduation present for college, or I think it was that he asked his dad for tickets to go see the Grateful Dead in Oakland, and it was a New Year's Eve show. And backstage, that's when Clarence met Garcia, and he's like, "Hey, why don't you come on up, do a couple tunes?" So that was cool. And then and Garcia took Clarence on a couple of shows on the tour with him too. So it was neat. They both lived in the same area. Jerry was in Petaluma, and Clarence was living in Sausalito.
Nice. Okay. Hey, speaking of the live concerts, there is a question that I like to ask all my guests. You might have had one. Okay, had it already, but I'm going to ask it. What would be your dream gig if you haven't had it already, mind you? Okay, kind of show or venue or both that would be on your bucket list.
Dream gig, honestly, would be I show up, all my equipment's there, and everything works perfectly.
Okay, but where?
No.
And who with, maybe?
You know what? I mean, the one good thing is I can't even quantify where that's at yet. I just, it doesn't matter where or who you're playing with. What matters is the audience. I mean, I know it sounds corny, and it's like, oh, hey, this guy's full of it, but no, honestly, it's I could play. I love playing acoustic shows because you're engaged so much with the people around you. So that's the beauty of it, and also, I mean, not also to sound more corny is there's 30 songs on here, and I've been doing this thing called Song Talk, where I take each song and I talk about a little, and I play it acoustic. So I try to dissect the song a little bit. And I started it. I've gone through about 3. It's going to be a while to get through all of them because of all this other stuff going on. But it's just great, like engaging with people and doing your own material and having them, accept it and like it. And so, people walk up and they're like, oh, that song reminds me of something. And that's the best. So the venue, the performance, it's basically when you're able to even touch one person, where it's like, wow, that's really cool. So, somebody comes up, that's my favorite song, I'm like, oh, no, it can't be. Stairway to Heaven, gotta be, or Beth, or, God of Thunder, right? but that's perfect. Yeah. But all joking aside about the equipment, but it's engaging in the audience.
Oh, sure.
And having them respond back. I greatly appreciate you getting up with me and and putting us on the radio. This just, you know, it's what a great opportunity.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Okay. About these song talks that you mentioned, where are they available?
Okay, so my website is j-boris.com. So it's j-boris.com.
Okay.
Everything's on there. So if you go on there, it has the links to my Here Now, which is the CD and all the songs. It's available on Spotify, all that stuff, Apple. I don't even know how many more there are. But my YouTube channel's on there. So if you go to the YouTube channel, it has the song talks. There's a couple of playlists that I've set up. So there's some the originals, there's some covers, there's the song talks, and then there's some new material that I'm working on right now. So yeah, so they're on there. I did one for Trials and Tribulations. It's on disc 1. Let's see, it's track 16. It's a real nice number. It was this story that I was friends with this girl at this one time, and she was such a bubbly character, you know, and we go through so much, especially with this COVID thing and the pandemic, and you know, people are getting older, musicians are dropping like flies now. We just lost David Crosby. So,
I know.
you know,
That's terrible.
It's easy to draw yourself down into a tunnel. So, you know, you run into somebody, they're so sparkly and, you know, like that. So the song's kind of like, you know, this whole thing with trials and tribulations, but there was this character that, you know, she just danced off in the rain no matter what, you know. So, you know, I try to explain, like, from that, you know, what was occurring, I guess, in my head. And like I said before, I don't really write songs, like sit down with an idea and try to crunch a song out where it just happened. Then at the end of the song, I'm like, oh, that's her, you know? So that's interesting. And all these are like that. I'm looking forward to sitting down and dissecting them bit by bit.
Oh, good. All right. So, okay. Hey, you were talking about getting ready for a new CD also later on then, all right? Any idea of a CD title for that one?
Not
or too early, I guess.
Too early for title. You know, no, I'm just
going for the exclusive.
It's cool. Well, things have changed. The whole recording process. When I was doing this, we're crunching out as many songs as you can in one pile and you know, mixing it down, and you know, I was picking my stuff out, and you know, everyone's trying to, you know, I'm on other people's stuff. This time, you know, you just go in there for 3 songs and then try woodshedding them and changing them around and stuff. The whole the digital the way that everything works digitally is it's just incredible what you can do now. But but you know, there's with this CD, it's an advantage now because I was able to put everything together. And it's a lot of stuff. I'm really impressed you listen to everything. It was kind of brutal for me to even listen to everything. I mean, 30 songs. I mean, geez, that's it.
It took a while, but I did it.
Yeah. So I got ADHD too. So no.
Okay. Well, see, you know, okay. I'm the music director here also, right? So I have to make sure everything's clean also. I gotta make
I don't think I let anything slip. Oh no, I guess we have
there is 1 or 2 on there. I checked off and do not play.
Yeah. I think I got a little excited before Jolene and belted something out over the mic.
Oh yeah, that one it was.
That was at the Lions Den on Sullivan Street in New York. We used to play there a lot. Yeah.
Nice.
That and wetlands, you know, that's one of the advantages of living on this side of the Hudson. You just hop on that train, takes you there. Seen plenty of shows at wetlands and CBGBs.
Oh yeah. So, you know, it's just, Yes, I am kicking myself that I never got to CBGB's before they closed up. Oh man, yeah.
I never played at CB's. I played at the cafe next door. We played there a
Oh,
couple
really?
times. Yeah.
Nice.
I got to see the Black Crows at CBGB's. It was
Oh,
they
really? Wow.
they went under an alias. They went under his blessed chloroform. Yeah, a buddy of mine said, "It's got to go see this band." So then they told me, I was like, "Who the hell's that?" It's like, "Oh, it's the Black Crows." Shh. So we waited in line.
Wow.
As the Gigolo Ants, the Black Crows. There was a couple other really good acts that played that like, yeah, we were in line at 1 o'clock to get tickets. This is when you had to wait in line to get tickets. There wasn't like
Oh, yeah.
something on your phone. So we just sat in line. We drank beers. We got in there and we just stayed there all night. I think, whatever, it ran to like 3 or 4 in the morning. I don't even know how I did it back then.
Yeah. I know what you mean there. Yeah.
Yeah. Those were the days.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. So then, is there any plans for touring in the future or any local shows even?
Yeah. We're gonna be doing a pre and post show for Tedeschi and Trucks, Susan Tedeschi and Derek Trucks. They're playing up at the NJ Pack. There's a venue over there called Kilkenny's. It's an Irish pub, and we pretty much do like once a month. We play there, and that's going to be
NJ Pack. Where's that now?
It's in Newark,
Oh,
New
Newark.
Jersey.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so we'll be there on the 23rd. And then we have the studio booked through for at least a month or two, and then we do a venue down in Chincoteague, Virginia. I can't get away from those crabs, man. So we're down there the 30th and the 1st. And
Nice.
there's a couple festivals that we're looking at. I do want to get the studio stuff organized because things get busy quick, and then you tend to put things on the back burner. And I'm looking at having things to hand out. The CD is perfect for that now, but it would be good to be handing out the CD with players that I'm playing with now. So
Yeah.
that's the one thing that I'd really like to do.
Nice.
Yeah. And then we're doing I guess in the fall we always do the Harvest Fest. It's this well, now it's legal in New York, but it's a festival. They do this whole it's all marijuana related. So it's interesting. I'm only a beer and wine guy these days. Unfortunately, everything's legal, and I'm like, that's okay. So,
too late then, right?
Yeah, too late. Yeah. Well, I guess it's a good thing. This is my purgatory. So I'm suffering through. I made it. I'm here. So
okay. We are all lucky that you still are. Then that's great. Listen, if you're ever able to make it to Southern Jersey, right here in Atlantic City here, we have a great club called the Anchor Rock Club. Okay, some great bands have been playing there lately. It's really good stuff, and it's okay. And it's okay. It's a decent size too, really. Okay. Yeah, so good stuff if you can ever make it down here.
Oh yeah, we'd love to. I'd love to be down there. And I'm around with acoustic shows too. Like that's the one thing I've been right now trying to harness the songwriting end of it, so it's really cool to get up there and just perform acoustic, some of this stuff stripped down. But then hey, I like playing loud too, so that's great.
Joe Boris unplugged, right?
So.
Okay, fantastic, sir. All right then. People can find you again online at j.boris.com, right?
No, J dash.
I'm sorry.
It's like a hyphen.
j-boris.com.
Yeah. You Google me, so stuff comes up too. Hopefully good stuff.
I'm sure. Okay. Hey, good luck with everything. Right up next, I'll be playing some of your music. Any particular songs we should hear from you?
Trials and Tribulations. Like I was saying, that's a softer song. It's really pretty song. And What You Find has Buddy Cage on it from the New Riders of the Purple Sage. He's doing the pedal steel on that.
Fantastic, fantastic. I will make a note of that. All right. Hey, best of luck with everything for you.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Yeah. Thank 91.7. Thank you for playing us. That's awesome.
Our pleasure also. Very great.